Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique Macrin. If you're new here, please subscribe and click on the notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you are notified. So forgive my voice, I just woke up. So it got a bit croaky, but anywho, so this is a continuation of the wedding series. I know I took a break. Well, sometimes it's inevitable, right? But we are here. So in this particular wedding series, I'm going to talk about the wedding checklist. That is things that you need to make sure are in line before the wedding day. Easy. The first thing, you want to make sure that you have the grounds ready. So grounds ni kitu ambao unataka kuchagua mapema, you want to book in advance, you want to pay in advance like 2 months before time, because you never know. A lot of people are also doing weddings the same time as you, so you really can't afford to book your grounds last minute. So when you're choosing your grounds, no, I don't think like I have to explain to you, because kila mtu anajua taste yake. Myself, I knew I wanted a lake. I knew I wanted a forest, because I'm an outdoors kind of a girl. So that was very important to me. And let me tell you something. If you are the bride, Ebu, don't listen. When it comes to choosing things like the ground, us, we are very sentimental, you're very attached to what we want. So if you get what you don't want, like, you'll never forget it. So just be very particular and specific on what you want when it comes to the grounds. When it comes to the grounds, also, just don't pay the full amount. Always just pay 50%. You never know. Hii dunia kuna mambo na binadamu si wa kuaminika kila saa. So yeah, that's it with the grounds. The next thing that you want to make sure you have is a wedding planner. Well, this is optional, but if you're working, if you're busy, like I was and my husband, both of us were working, and I didn't take a leave until towards the end of, like 1 week before the wedding. So it would have been very stressful and almost impossible to plan it all by myself. So you need someone kwa ground mwenye anakusaidia kujua, okay, we have these, we don't have these. Yeah. Then from having the grounds and a wedding planner, you need a committee. Now a committee, you can have many people, you can have few people. Personally, I just had 4 people, and it was also stressful because, decision making. The more you are, the slower it's going to be when it comes to decision making. Because as much as this is your wedding, the people who are planning the wedding with you also feel like it's also their wedding. So sometimes you'll say, I want this kind of a car, and then someone will be like, okay, why do you need this kind of a car, blah 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 blah. So there's a lot of back and forths. So I feel the more you have a lot of people the more you have a lot of people kwa planning yako, the slower and rigorous the process is going to be, and probably kuna a lot of kukosana in between. Or maybe not for everyone. For me, I'm very opinionated, like I said at the start of the video. So it really helped having few people kwa committee yangu, and if possible, you can just work with the wedding planner, because you know what you want. So all you need to say is, okay, I want this kind of a gown, I want this, and they'll have it done for you, instead of having like a few people in here, mnajimbizana sana. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it with the committee. It's very optional, and if you have to have it, just have few people. If you don't have to have them, a wedding planner is going to work just fine and save you a lot of pressure. From that, the next thing is a cake. My friend, there's no wedding without a cake. In my case, I used a referral, and I would also recommend that you use a referral, like someone someone you have been referred to by someone you know. When it is a contact friend, you feel safe, you feel more relaxed, and you feel like this person can't let you down cause anajuana na huyu na amefanya biashara na huyu. Like I feel like it's better when you have someone when you merifariwa, instead of having someone like maybe umeona Instagram, you've never worked with them. Okay, sometimes you can take the shot, but a wedding is not something you want to mess with. So in my case, I had a referral and she never disappointed, and I would recommend a referral. In this case, she's called Jackie. I think she's called Sweet Bursts, like sweet, yeah, sweetie. Sweet Bursts cake events. So she came through for me. I loved her energy, and by this she also, you know, goes ahead and acts like the cake matron. Unaona venye you sometimes you have a cake but you still need someone wa kuja kuingisha na kukatisha keki. When you work with Jackie, she's like a whole package. I would recommend her if you want her services. I can share the contacts. After having the cake, you'll need a videographer and a photographer. Well, I didn't know this, but apparently these things come as a package. Like there's a package for videography, there's a package for photography, and maybe if you want drone services. So manze, sikujua hizi vitu ni this expensive. Photographers are expensive. Let me tell you guys, you think these people wamebeba tu cameras are not making money? Those people are making money. The packages are expensive. Wow, like my 60K is due. What? Let me tell you. I realized photography and videography is expensive. And if you want a drone, it's equally expensive. Ikifika kwa drone, as we compromised a little bit on the price, we opted for cheaper services. Ikifika kwa drone, and we regretted it because, well, apart from bringing us the rings, natural wakileta rings, you could see that person was not operating very well. Kwa video, we didn't get like proper drone shots because that's what we wanted, yeah? We wanted a whole caption of the lake, you know, an aerial shot of the lake. We didn't get that. And up to date, I hate it. I wish to get to like 8 more Ks, and have a drone person, an independent drone person who would deliver what we wanted, rather than compromise on the cost and have substandard quality. So that's it. Videography, photography, and maybe if you want drone. Or ikifika kwa photography and videography, always ask someone, like, just give us a package. What are you going to deliver before you even think of negotiating the price? So most of the people watakupatia maybe two CD copies of the video, a CD no, is it CD ama DVD? I think nowadays it's DVD. So in my case, kulikuwa na 1 DVD ya video, no, 2 DVDs za video, 1 DVD ya picture, then a flash disk with the soft copy, edited pictures, then they'll give you a flash with the video. Yeah, so kuna DVD yenye iko na video, kuna DVD ambayo iko na picha, kuna flash ya picha, kuna flash ya video, there's an album there's an album, and there's a 2 size portrait. You know that picture unakuja you mount in your house. So when you're asking for packages, it's important kujua huyu mtu anakuja na nini, cause you don't want the videographer and the photographer there. What you should be more interested in is what you will get after they cover your event. Now, this is something I also learned. Just meet this videographer / photographer in person. Like, you even want to see the equipment before. Tell them, just bring your equipment. Let's see the camera that you have. Hey, in our case, kale ka camera kalitokea mpaka nilisikia kitu imeanza kuniuma, but anyway. So I wish tungemwambia beforehand, like, just come with the equipment, uone kenye kitakuja kwa ground, because that should help in making the decision, in determining whether you're going to hire this person or not. Ikifika kwa videography and photo, no, I think I'll do another video in the end. So that's it with videography and photography. Oh, another thing, make sure that you have a different photographer and a different videographer. You don't want the same person who is taking the photos is the same person taking the videos, is the same person handling the inaitwaje drone, because that means kuna important shots zitamisiwa. This person is going to be overwhelmed. They won't take the best shots. So have one person for videography, another 1 person or 2 person with the photos, and then the other person to operate the drone. So that's it with videography. The other package, that the other service provider that you can't miss is an MC and a DJ. Like, kama hakuna mziki in an African wedding, there is no wedding. Mziki equals to wedding. And a DJ is always there to spice up the event. So you need a DJ, you need a DJ, you need anaitwaje? MC. And actually I realized kuna kampuni ambazo they have a DJ, they have a sound system, and they have an MC, cause these are different services. If you hire an MC, doesn't mean atakuja na microphone zake na sound system zake. Those are things that you have to buy kando. I didn't know that, by the way. I thought ukikuja na MC ama DJ anakuja na vitu zake. No, a DJ is an individual entity separate from his devices. So you hire his devices, like his equipment kando, and his services kando, and an MC kando. In our case, we had MC Makeroro. I think he's also on YouTube. We had MC Makeroro, and he comes as a package. He has his MCs. No, he is the MC. He has his sound system. Alikujata na microphones, I think ni 3 ama 4, na kona DJ wake, and I wasn't disappointed. I would recommend him 100%. If you want his numbers, I'll be more than ready to share them, because as I told you, work with people when you're referiwa to people when your friends ama your contacts wame work now, and you are not disappointed. In my case, I recommend MC Makeroro 100%. So we've discussed about the grounds, we've talked about the wedding planner, the committee, we've also talked about MCing and DJing services, photography, videography, and drone services. Now, watu wakisha kuja, they need to eat. In our case, the grounds, the hotel that ili provide grounds are the same people who provided the food. I got positive reviews. Yeah, food, people loved the food. Unaona venye unaendanga wedding unaekewa tu food kidogo, wali serve vizuri sana. So this was Capital Beach Gardens, Lake Elementaita. People, I didn't eat their food. I don't know. For some reason, my stomach was acting up, or maybe when you stay hungry for too long, you don't want to eat anymore. So I didn't take their food. Well, they didn't listen to instructions ambazo nilipeana. For instance, I didn't want soup iwekwe kwa plate yenye iko na chakula. I had requested a separate bowl for soup. They didn't do that. Again, I wanted fruits served differently, separately from the food. In fact, nilitaka watu wapate food zimeserviwa kwa tables. They didn't do that, and I didn't like that they didn't do that. Maybe in the course of doing things, you realize that you can't, do this particular thing. I feel like it's courteous for you to call the bride and tell her, yeah, I know you wanted this, but because of ABCD, we weren't able to, do this. So in this case, no one called me. Na nikifika kwa ground napata kila kitu imechanganywa. I didn't like it, but I would still recommend them because the grounds were cute. The lady I was dealing with, Jackie, was it? No, she was not called Jackie. Guy, I forgot her name. I think she's the manager. She was nice. She was very soft-spoken. She was very helpful. Vitu kama juices niliongeza last minute, and she went na kanunua, and she didn't complain. Even the whipping cream for the dessert, she didn't even complain. So I felt like she was an easy person to work with, and yeah, because of her, I would recommend Capital Beach Gardens Hotel, Lake Elementaita, because of her. Like, if you're going to deal with her, you can hold your event there. But if you're going to deal with the owner, hi, let me tell you, that man is arrogant. That man is arrogant. Like, I think if you own a business, it's very important to know how you deal with your clients, because they can either tell people to come back or not. So if you're going to Capital Beach Hotel Elementaita, either for a staycation or for an event, request to deal with the manager peke yake, Jackie. That girl is from heaven. But the owner, gosh. Anyway, so the food, I got positive reviews, like watu walipenda hiyo chakula sana na waliserve vizuri. And in most cases when it's like outside catering, people complain about the quality of food and quantity. So in this case, I wasn't disappointed. And for that reason, I would recommend Capital Beach Hotel Elementaita. What other thing? Oh, wait, the gown. Even before we come to the gown, nguo za wasimamizi. That is something you need to decide, like even 2 to 3 months before. You need to spot a good tailor. If possible, ashone nguo moja kwanza, ndone kama design imetokea vizuri venye ulikuwa nataka. Yangu haikutokea venye nilikuwa nataka exactly, because she started saying, oh, we can't do this. me I wanted my girls washow mguu vizuri. I wanted wakitembea kamguu kanafunguka hivi. And now this tailor comes and says that, oh, sijui, you know, it has to be an overlap, so hii mguu haiwezi onekana. So I'm like, okay, fine. So she was saying ati ya madem lazima washike nguo hivi ndo mguu ishow. Why the hell did I require... Anyway, wacha nisikasirike. This video is not about venting, but my tailor was a total disappointment, so I can't even recommend her here. I wasn't pleased, but the dresses were okay in their own way. Zilika supu, the material venye zilika tu poa, but it's not the style I wanted, so I wasn't satisfied. I wouldn't recommend her anyway. So when you're dealing with a tailor, make sure like ashone tu nguo moja. Like zangu walikuwa 2800 address. You'd rather enda hiyo loss ya 2800 kama prototype. I don't know, kwa nguo zinaitwa prototype. Like something ashone moja, correct until you get the design that you want, and then after that let your maids, your bridesmaids waende sasa washoneshe with that one prototype. That way you won't be disappointed, and with that you're able to know if this person is someone you can work with or not. After nguo za wasimamizi, the gents, they didn't have much of an issue. It was easier dealing with the guy, of course. Oh, and then make sure you work with someone mwenye ako na deadline yenye si very close to your date, because in the case with the bridegrooms, guys, hizo magari ni mingi asubuhi. In their case, nguo zao hazikuwa zina fit vizuri, but the good thing with their tailor, alikuwa na wasikiza. You know, that's the thing wetu wa wasichana hapo anafanya. Huyu alikuwa nasikiza the guys, and they were able to change the measurements, blah blah blah. So it's a good thing that walikuwa na a little bit of time, so they were able to make adjustments. If it was last minute kabisa, hizo nguo zingewa disappoint. So I have nothing much to complain about or recommend with that tailor, because I wasn't working directly with him, and I really didn't care what the groomens wore. Me, I was more concerned with my girls. Yeah. Then after that, tukuje kwa watoto. Actually, I recommend River Road. Hizo nguo zilishonwa na siku moja, and I like them. The lady was very friendly. I can't remember the shop number, otherwise ningem recommend. I liked her. She was easy. She listened to me. She listened to what I wanted. Yeah, so nguo za watoto, there was nothing much really, but I found that when you make it simple is cute. Simple is classy. So the dresses were simple, nothing much was going on, and I just loved them. There's nothing much really to say there, but I would say that if you want to go to tutoto tudogo wanaitwa flower girls, just go to River Road. Yeah, they are not pricey. I think were they 2000 or 1800, I can't remember, but yeah. From there, let's come to the gown. Now, if there is no bride, there is no wedding. If there is no gown, there is no bride, there is no wedding. So a gown is a very important thing for wedding. And because of that, I will be making a full video on how to select your gown and where to buy your gown and the price range for a wedding gown. Until next time, see ya.